Welcome everybody. All right, let's go ahead and let's make this game here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and make a SpriteKit game here, and we're going to call this Avoid Mines for iPhone, and I'm going to give it a production number. You want to make sure that it's Swift, SpriteKit, and iPhone. All right, and you always want to make sure that you back up all your xcode projects to the cloud because I have lost so many projects due to power failures and just other kinds of damage, faulty hard drives, etc. But in any event, let's go ahead and let's run it just to make sure that everything does indeed work. Okay, so we open up our simulator here, and while that's loading, we can actually load up our game scene.swift, and the reason why we're going to do that is because this is where all of our code is going to be put here. So it does indeed work. Perfect. You can close all the items down here, and what we're going to do is we're going to delete all of the extraneous code. Okay, and what we'll do is we'll delete everything here just like that, and we'll delete all of this here. So there we go. Now, this game we're going to be avoiding some mines here, so we need to add in some nodes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in a var player is equal to sk sprite node. Okay, and then we're going to also add a var mine is equal to sk sprite node, and then we're going to add in a var goal. Okay, and what this goal is going to do is going to be obviously a place for the player to have a goal here. So we'll have goal is equal to sk sprite node, and there you go. Okay, and we also need to add in a couple of labels. So we'll add in a var. We'll call this lbl main, and this make equal to an sk label node. Okay, and then we're going to add in a var. We're going to call this lbl score. Make that equal to an sk label node as well. And then we're going to add in a var touched node is equal to sk node. Okay, and then we're going to add in some colors here. So we're going to add in a var. We're going to call this off black color is equal to UI color. And then in here, we're going to add in our RGBA values, and we'll add it at 0.2, 0.2, and 0.2, and the alpha is 1.0. Okay, what you can do is you can go off white color, and we can do exactly the same thing. And we could just copy and paste that, but what we need to do is obviously change the values here. So I'm going to go to 0.98. And if you like copying and pasting, you can copy this and simply highlight and paste it. Now you notice I do this fairly quickly, and it's because I have muscle memory to do it so quickly. So the more you do this, the more muscle memory you actually get. Similar to an athlete or a musician, it would be similar to actually piano, believe it or not. Or something small, small sports like ping pong or darts. But in any event, the more you do it, the better you get at it. And then we'll add in a go green custom color, make it equal to UI color, and we'll make it an RGBA value here. And what I'll do is I do have a color in mind that's from a maximum of 255. So usually these colors here, and I'm going to do 128 divided by 255. And this is an actual color that's in the crayon box, by the way. And the thing is that I really wish Apple would allow, once you go to UI color, I really wish they would add in all the crayon boxes as a color, because I do like using them, and it would prevent us to do that. So all we're going to do is we're going to put these out of 255. That will give us a number between 0 and 1, and there you go. And so that's the green custom color, and I think it's the moss color. This is one of my favorite colors in the crayon box, but anyway, we'll go to var player size, make it equal to a CG size, and we can add in a size, a width, and a height, of course, and we'll make it 60 by 60. I think that's a pretty good one there. And then we'll also add in a goal size and make it equal to CG size, width, and a height. And it'll be 40 by 40. And we're going to add in a var here. We'll say this is mine size. Okay, and we're going to, of course, make it a CG size here, and maybe 20 by 20. We can always change these, and that's why we're setting them up at the top so we can easily change them. All right, let's add in a var. We'll call this goal position. Okay, it'll make it equal to a CG point here. And right now, I'm going to say that we'll kind of put this somewhere kind of like, let's say X is 300 and the Y is maybe something like 50 or 150. And we will probably have to change that. All right, but just in case, we can always test it here. So we'll go to goal and we'll say it's position 1 here. And so we're going to add in 2 goal positions, 0 and 1 here. We'll add in a CG point, and the CG point will be 750 by 700. Okay. Add in a touch location, make it equal to CG point. Okay. And what we'll do is we'll add in a var. We'll call this mine quantity. Okay, and make that equal to 3, so we can change the amount of mines. Add in a var, we'll call this goal location is equal to 0. And then we're going to go to var, we'll call has reached goal, and we'll make that equal to false. And this is, of course, a game state variable. Okay, so we're going to be tracking in the goal location. We're also going to be making sure that the player has reached the goal or not. Okay, we also need a var here, and we're going to call this a score because we're going to keep track of the score here. What we're also going to do is we're going to add in a struct, and we're going to call this physics category. And in this category, we're going to go to static let player, and it's going to be uint 32 because the physics category is of type uint32, which is a different kind of integer. There's different kinds of integers, but we'll go to static let, we'll go to mine, we'll say it's a uint 32, means a 32-bit integer, by the way. Let, and lastly, it's goal. uint 32 is equal to 3. Now, we're going to go 1, 2, and 3 here. And that's pretty much it for now. The only other thing we can do is go into our 4 touches and add in touch location. And that way we can store touch location in a goal there. All right, so this concludes the tutorial.